We are so thankful for you to be here this morning, and we totally believe that you will grace this occasion this morning. And we are looking forward to the intention and also your address this morning that will allow us to understand and also work in partnership in how we can better these areas of development.
The President of the Chamber of Commerce and Chairman of Crime Prevention Control, Mr. Kumar, the Principal Agriculture Officer of Qawa to UNA. Ladies and gentlemen, flooding and waterlogging of low-lying areas and overflowing of rivers and creeks are generally associated with excessive rainfall, induced runoff which are beyond conveyance capacity of rivers. But there are four main reasons why our conveyance system consists of three components: the catchments, the waterways, and the downstream drainage and settlements and industrial area. So this is the entire conveyance system, which has three components: the catchments upstream, and the waterways, and the downstream drainage system, man-made or natural, the residential area, the industrial area, settlements, etc. But firstly, due to climate change, the intensity and frequency of rain has increased significantly over the last 3 decades. So what you have seen over the last 3 decades, over the last 20 years, due to climate change, the intensity and volume of rain has increased substantially. So with this change, now our waterways now have to handle much more water than what we used to handle before. So these waterways that we have now are handling substantially much more water due to high intensity of rainfall and high frequency of rainfall. The second reason why we've got waterways spilling over is our catchments upstream are not able to absorb the amount of water that they were holding before. 30 years ago, our catchments had a large amount of forest cover, so they were holding lot of water. But because of the last 30 years, because of all kinds of activities, agriculture, forestry to agriculture, or forestry to deforestation, we have lost a lot of forest cover. And that has resulted in reduction in the capacity of the catchments to hold water. So most of the water that comes down to the catchment runs off into the waterways. So that's another reason why our waterways are spilling over, because even if assume we had the same amount of rainfall before and now, but because the catchment situation has changed, the catchments are not holding the same amount of water it used to before. So this water runs off into the waterways. This is the second effect, a second contributing factor to our catchments spilling over. The third is that due to poor cultivation practices, massive amount of soil due to poor cultivation practices up in the catchment and along the catchment, because of the poor cultivation practices, these soil materials runs off into our waterways. So what happens is that when this topsoil, this silt comes into the waterways, it reduces the capacity of the waterways to hold water. Before, the waterways had a lot of space, a lot of volume, but because now these waterways, the rivers and streams are full with silt material, there's reduced capacity. So what will happen? Even if it is the same volume of water, it will spill over. And lastly, what is happening in downstream, because of all kinds of construction, you don't have cover here. It runs off. Any water coming down, it runs off. So because of this now, we are now faced with a situation that our waterways are spilling over, and it is now posing threat to our roads, threat to our schools. There are a number of roads which are eroding off. If you go to Baulo in Suri, you'll see that you might lose the road if you don't do anything. There are settlements close to rivers and streams where the bank is eroding off. There are villages. We were in Sabsabu day before yesterday. Went to a village. Beside the village hall, there was this washroom. Now the washroom is going into the river. You can see the washroom hole structure into the river. Those who are reading dailies, often you would have seen the photo there. There are schools which are being threatened by bank erosion in in Cordovia and Nakatongo Primary School is just 1 meter away from the river bank. And if nothing is done, then we will lose that school as well. And there are schools that we have relocated. The villages that needs to be relocated because there's no other solution but to relocate them because of the extent to which riverbank erosion is happening. So ladies and gentlemen, we have to now come up with a comprehensive, holistic and sustainable solution. We just cannot keep on digging drains. That's not a solution. We need to look at the entire full solution that will deal with our entire conveyance system. We just cannot downstream keep on digging drains deeper and deeper. We have to look at what's happening in the catchments, what's happening to our waterways, and then as well as what's happening downstream. At the moment, we're just dealing with downstream solutions. None of our catchments are defined. None of our catchments are described. What we need to do over the next 3 to 4 years is we have to define, map out all of our catchments through our pitching. Then we have to undertake a study of describing them. What is the kinds of forest we have? What is the percent of forest cover? We have to start from there and then ensure that we maintain the level of forest cover or increase forest cover. What's happening to logging practices? A lot of damage that happened in Bar from flooding was because the materials left offcuts from loggers found its way in the waterways, came down, clogged up our drainage system, culverts, and ended up on farms, on the lawn of houses, or damaged the house. And this cannot continue. We'll have to, together, stand up and say, look, we need to have a national movement to ensure that we protect our communities, our infrastructure, our settlement, our villages from climate change, from the effects of climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, the area of Lambasa and Qawa River and the rivers in Lambasa and Manwalehu are very important for Lambasa and Manwalehu community. And often we talk about how these rivers, when they bust their bank, can have a devastating effect on the communities here. Lives have been lost in the past 2 decades. The famous case of Kortari River busting its bank some time back and how lives were lost suddenly. The area of Lambasa and Qawa River catchment is approximately 600 kilometers square. And Suweni, Mataloro, the 2 major contributors which form Lambasa River, where Bulileka and Namoli rivers are tributary to the Qawa River. The length of the main Lambasa River from river mouth to Korotari is approximately 16 kilometers, and Qawa River mouth to Namoli River junction is approximately 12 kilometers. So we can see the length of this river and how much they are exposed and how much we need to invest to protect them. The annual rainfall recorded in Lambasa Airport 2015 is at an average of 73.88 millimeter maximum daily. However, the highest was recorded in Sigatoka, which is much higher than that, about 3 tons. So we're quite fortunate that the intensity of rainfall here is not as much as you would see in the Western Division. The volume of soil loss is approximately 30 tons per hectare per year, which is deposited in the river here. The population of Lambasa town and its vicinity is just over 46,000. The Lambasa town is strategically located closer to the river here, and we need to ensure that we continue to protect the important CBD here. Very important. This is the hub of the entire Manwalehu, and we need to protect it. It's also the strategic location for business for the provinces named Lakanrove, Madhuata, and Goa respectively. So, ladies and gentlemen, the dredging works for Qawa River first commenced in 1998. Since then, continuous dredging was done at Qawa River up to the river mouth towards open sea of 1.6 kilometers and upstream within 1 kilometer. Dredging works commenced in Lambasa River in early 2000. Since then, continuous dredging was done for Lambasa River, which was undertaken to the entire 3 branches out at river mouth. In 2004, dredging also commenced at the Wailevu River with 1.6 kilometers from the river mouth towards the open sea and 0.5 kilometers upstream. From 1998 to 2000 and 2008, 1.6 kilometer downstream from Qawa River mouth and 1 kilometer upstream was dredged by the straight dredger, DQQ, that we have, with about 658,000 cubic meters of dredged silt and sand were removed from the riverbed. So it's not about how much we removed. When we give this figure, 58,000 cubic meters of dredged silt, this number I'm giving is not about how much we remove, it's about how much that has washed away from our upstream into our rivers and streams. You can imagine that this is what we have removed, but there's another same amount or more which has gone out to the sea. So you can see, you can imagine the amount of soil erosion that is happening over the last 2 to 3 decades. Why? Because of the changes in cultivation practices upstream, catchments upstream, logging practices, etc., which is exposing the land up there to the intensity of rain and allows and gets the topsoil to wash into our river stream. In addition to the Qawa River in 2001, the 3 Lambasa River branch were dredged. The L1, which we denote, is 3 kilometers upstream from the river mouth. L2 is 2.2 kilometers upstream from the river mouth, and 1.6 kilometers downstream river mouth in L1, and 2.3 kilometers downstream from the river mouth was also dredged. So the total of 7.5 kilometers was dredged the Lambasa River with 1.5 million cubic meters of silt and sand removed. Again, you can see the amount of silt material. Basically, what is it? This is topsoil. This is topsoil, very fertile topsoil, which is supposed to contribute to agricultural growth and development, is now finding its way into our waterways. So since then, we again commissioned the dredger early this year, but it was broken down. It's a very old machine. It's about 40 years old. We're looking at replacing it. We now have got it up again running, and we want to start dredging the Qawa River, Lambasa River, and Gelawanga as well. We have done the survey of the river. Before we retire this dredger forever, we looking at, with this dredging work, we will be protecting areas of Soa, Hoa, Bulileka, Patikama, Namara, Nayada, Lambasa Mill, Ribau, Songa, and of course the Lambasa town and the greater Lambasa area. So, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to reiterate our Honorable Prime Minister's commitment, our government's commitment towards ensuring that we protect our communities, contribute to agriculture growth and development, contribute to commercial development, and that is why our Honorable Prime Minister and Honorable Minister of Economy established this dedicated Ministry of Waterways, so that we get down with the nitty-gritties about ensuring that we protect our communities from the changes to the weather conditions, climate change in particular. So with these words, it's my pleasure now to commission to go forward and commission the dredging works for Lambasa River again, and look forward to getting onto the canoes here and getting onto the dredger in a while, and starting it off so we can begin this work. And I want to assure the communities here that we're also looking at engaging private dredging companies who are willing to do the dredging work totally free, but they will keep the silt material and they'll probably sell it and raise the revenue for themselves. So we are talking with them, which means that we will be engaging more dredging companies so that we can continue to do work not only in these rivers, but also some of the rivers in Goa area, which is threatening the communities there. Thank you, Naka.
We're currently doing dredging for 1.6 kilometers offshore. That's from river mouth to the sea. It's only 130 meters left now to complete this Qawa River before we move on to other rivers. That's already aligned in our business plan coming years.
Alright. Sir. Alright, you can, sir. Alright, now we are going until we reach the edge. We're going to the edge. It's a 35-meter swing. Is right there? Yes.